I'm trying to remind myself that every baby is different. Oh, hey! It is in fact the next day. I know Kameron and I are wearing the same clothes as yesterday, but that's because we're disgusting. Kids are dressed in something else. We're just heading over to the house of play so Kieran can get some of his wild toddler energy out. And I was hit with the worst migraine that I've had in probably a decade. I mean, have you ever seen one take me out like that before?
No.
We got home and it was so bad, like it still feels like I have a metal pole sticking through the back of my head coming out my eye. I was just in bed. Normally I kind of take something and then I just deal with it, but I had to be in bed.
How are you feeling now?
Well, I took a bunch of Motrin, so, you know. I still feel like weird, but the pain's gone. We're gonna try to do stuff today, because I'd had plans. He was like, I'm gonna handle the kids, you do all your sewing fun. And it started out that way, and then it just, you know what, this is probably because I went ass over tits on
All right.
on the baby gate the other day. So remember
gotcha.
how like I was like, something's out of alignment. And we have a chiropractic appointment the beginning of October.
Yes.
So I'm thinking this really bad migraine is related to my back just getting all twisted out of shape from falling over the baby gate. But we are gonna spend a little bit of time over here, and then hopefully I'm feeling better enough to actually get into my sewing fun this afternoon. Ready to have some fun? Yeah. Okay, I am attempting to tie this little Halloween quilt that I've been working on. These were all scraps, and I had put these all together in a previous vlog. When my mom used to make baby blankets, she would kind of like tie them together with yarn, so there'd be like little yarn pieces. And I thought about doing that, but I don't know, it didn't feel right for this particular project. And then I was Googling like different ways that you could tie a quilt without having to sew it, because I didn't think that would look right either. And then I saw this cute little button tie quilt. I just got these little black buttons, and I am going to put buttons at every little corner. Yeah, I just thought that would look really cute. And then once I am done tying the quilt together with the buttons, I am going to just use the backing of the quilt as a sort of faux binding. I saw a video that made it look super easy. I'll share it in the description box below. So this is where I'm gonna put all of the buttons. And then of course the edges here are gonna be with the faux binding. I have got all of the buttons sewn on, and now I have to just go over that video that was showing me how to do the faux binding. The video says to fold the raw edge just to the edge of your quilt, and then to roll it over and pin it. Actually, I'm gonna make this an inch smaller because I don't like how bulky it was getting. Okay, yeah, that's gonna look a lot better. Now that this first side is rolled over, I think I'm supposed to make a triangle or something. Okay, that looks about right. I'm just gonna finish all the way around and then meet you at the sewing machine. Here she is, ready to be top stitched. There's that first edge. Not too bad. Well, here she is finished. It's my first time making any quilty baby blanket type thing. Obviously, you know, it's not perfect by any means, but I don't think it's bad. I mean, I think it'll probably still sell. I'm just probably not going to sell it for a whole lot because it's not perfect. All in all, though, this project was really good practice and, you know, just trying something new, trying something out of my comfort zone. I do want to try to photograph it today while it's still daylight. So I'm going to change all the bedding in the mini crib and see if I can make this look good. Alrighty. And I may as well photograph that set that I finished a million years ago and still haven't photographed and uploaded. You can't have Astrid's food. I know, it looks so yummy, but it's not for you guys. It is an absolute frenzy when I open Astrid's wet food because everybody wants it, but she has like a special type of food because of her kidney disease, so nobody else is allowed to have it. Oh my goodness, I know you guys want the food. I'm so sorry. This little girl's been absolutely wild. Her little personality is just budding like crazy. I mean, I know all babies are different, but I just feel like she's doing things that Kieran didn't really do until he was 6 months old. She just turned 4 months old, and as soon as she sees me in the morning, she has the biggest smile on her face. She starts kicking, she starts throwing punches, she starts rocking from side to side like she's trying to roll to her stomach. And this morning when she was doing that, she started laughing so hard. It was so adorable, and I just don't remember Kieran being that like crazy until he was closer to 6 months. I mean, she's definitely got more assertiveness to her, I suppose you could say. Maybe she's gonna be our little extrovert in the family. I mean, as a baby and even now as a 2-year-old, Kieran is just super chill. Like I don't think he's ever had a meltdown. Like he's never really thrown a fit. Like he's so easy to redirect and soothe, and like I feel like the longest he's cried is maybe 5 minutes, maybe 5. And I don't know, I'm not sure what we're gonna get with Thora. I feel like she's definitely gonna be the louder, more opinionated baby. Did anybody get that? Did anybody get like the yin and the yang with your babies? Did you get one that was just like the chillest, most easygoing kid, and then one that was just like, wah! Curious. I love it though. Like she definitely, when I look at her in the morning and she immediately has that giant smile on her face, it just lights up my day. We have about a half hour before we have to go take her in for her 4-month checkup at the pediatrician. And I'm a little bit nervous because in the earlier days when she was like cluster feeding like crazy, like she was getting so fat. And then she kind of got over that cluster feeding phase and kind of regulated her feedings. So the weight gain slowed down, and the pediatrician was not happy about that, and it caused me a lot of anxiety thinking that I wasn't doing enough for my baby. And I want to say I was really I was really anxious about her weight and feeds for like a month straight, and it was not good for my mental health. And just all the things that the pediatrician was telling me to do extra, and it just wasn't working out for us. And I finally just listened to what Thora wanted, and the feeds have been so much easier. Her weight gain is steady and normal, I think. Like, she looks like a little chunky baby. She's just not quite as chunky and hungry as her brother was at this age. But I'm trying to remind myself that every baby is different, like even down to their temperament. Like, Kieran's my chill little introvert buddy, and she's gonna be our little wild child. I'm trying to remind myself that even if she isn't doing quite the same things that Kieran did in terms of like weight gain and all that stuff, it's just her as an individual. That's something I definitely need to focus on, is to not beat myself up so much. I think I had a bit of postpartum anxiety there for a little bit. It was pretty intense, and I was not very open about it because I felt so ashamed and, you know, just worried about every little thing. And now that I'm just listening to what Thora wants and taking her cues and everything, I feel so much better and like more relaxed and less paranoid, I guess. But who knows? We'll see what the pediatrician says today. Maybe I'll have another month of anxiety. Anyway, I gotta get Kieran up, feed him breakfast, get everybody out the door so we can go to the pediatrician. I'll talk to you guys again soon. Bye.